So, what are you doing this Mother's Day? Well, me, I'm working on the teardrop trailer. So, I'm going to just give you an idea of what's going on here. So, I found out when I was in Mount Shasta, it was pretty cold. It was like 38 degrees or so. So, at any rate, I froze in here. So did the dog. We were both freezing. So, I did not sleep the long way in the trailer. I slept across. So fortunately, I'm 5'1". So for me, the trailer is about 5 feet wide. So that 1 little inch isn't so bad, especially if I sleep a little bit either on an angle or a little bit up, which I tend to do. I tend to kind of, like, I don't lay super flat. So that's why you see this pillow behind me. So I'm going to show you what I did. So, like, looking at my wall here, this is just the regular wall, you know, like from the door. Oh, okay, here's my bed. Here I am. So, like, here's my bed. And I go up to the wall, yeah. But, let's see if I can get all that. So, I am here in my bed. There's the wall, which that's not a problem. Now, behind me, the problem always was this door here that I don't ever use. And fortunately, it stays locked and all. But the thing of it is that, okay, so I don't want to be having this as a, like a way to have a draft, because that's what was happening. So I had the little ruffly thing on here that was Nemo, and I still could put something cute over it, and I still might. But right now, it's a moving blanket. And I cut it down and I put it over that bar on top. Now, what I did for now is I just taped it on the sides to hold it. And it seems to be holding. And then over here, as you can see. So that way, and there's stuff underneath that's actually blocking that door. So behind on this door, there's Reflectix. And there are other, like, felt, I don't know what you call it. You get a Dollar Tree. It's like a little rug. But I took them and I've got them all connected and all stuck to that door. So when I did that and put the 2-3 layers on there, it seemed to really cut the draft. And I left it that way. And I thought, wow, this is so much better. So now I've got the moving blanket over the rod, the curtain rod. So it's just folded in half and flipped over. But I had to cut the moving blanket down, obviously, because it's so big. So I made it about 40 wide and just left the length. So it goes all behind this bed. Now, what is the bed? So the bed is a cot. So the bed is a camping cot. So let me sit up a second. I can actually sit up in here now, which before I couldn't, and I wasn't comfortable. So here you go. Let me get situated. So now I'm sitting on my bed. There's a camping cot underneath, and it's one of those camping cots that you use when you are hiking. So it has the legs you got to snap on, and it's got quite a distance between each leg. So here's the problem. And I'll do another shot of this without me talking because it doesn't flip around. It doesn't turn around while I'm on here. So I will also do like a silent version and you'll see it. But, so the camping cot, we had an awful time putting it together. I couldn't do it. My daughter-in-law couldn't do it. My son, who's extremely strong, had a hard time even snapping it together. Well, we finally got it together. So I said, well, I'm not taking this whole stupid thing apart and trying to figure out like how to make it 5 feet. So I cut it. I took a hacksaw the other night and I just sawed it down to 5 feet. And it fits perfectly. It doesn't hit anything. So it goes up to that door there. My pillows are here. And I just like to sleep a little bit more on an angle because then it just works better for me. So now if I kind of scooch down at night, that's fine too because I do sleep on my side. But I've got one pillow back here that has the fleece on it. And then I've got these other two plus that white one that I've always had. And this white one actually has a pretty blue design. So I should really turn it that way, I suppose, and make it look pretty. And then, so in addition to that, now I have I'm trying to see if I can see it on here because I don't know where the camera actually goes. But the dog bed is down here on the floor. So, and I'm going to put her furry stuff on here and, you know, like actually put her there. But what I did, in addition to that dog bed down there you go. So there's a space there. I don't know if you can see that space, but there is a space there. Like I said, I'll do this quietly. I put reflectrix there because there's a draft that comes through there from where that kitchen space is, the galley is. So the reflectrix goes there, and then I'm going to put 2 duffel bags there. One has sandals, the other one has shoes. Well, not shoes, but sneakers. So that will all go there. What's nice about this camping cot that I'm like actually sitting on, I don't know how you could see that. Well, like I said, I'll do a whole separate thing, and I'll just pan around, and then I'll be able to see better what I'm doing, and you guys will be able to see better. But there's a space between the camping cot and the floor, and it's about I would say maybe 6 inches or so. So I'm taking the packing, what do you call those things? Packing pods, packing, whatever you call those zipper things that you know, those packing cubes, and I'm sticking stuff in there, and I'm putting it underneath. Now, in addition to that, so that gives me a little bit more clothes, right? Now, in addition to that, I'm going to show you what else I did. So, of course, there's my fence outside, haha. But there's my curtain. So we're getting there. We're going to keep turning. So I had these 3 drawers before, but now I have 3 more, the bigger, wider ones. And then I have 3 more over there. I took whatever jewelry I really wanted to keep, like forever and ever, threw it in there as a test. So that's there, and then the shoes will go in that corner. So not only will I have, you know, all of the stuff in these drawers, like this one here, right, this brown one on that end, the brown one there, and then one more over here. So not only will I have all of that, I can, you know, I can lay stuff on top of that jewelry stuff. But, so then I'll have extra clothes. I won't have to worry about change of clothes. I'm going to put the heavier ones in the bottom drawer of this big thing. And then in top, I have on the top, I have like the paper towels and stuff. You know, I mean, the pass-through is still the same. So that has not changed. And of course, my poster back here hasn't changed. But it just makes this so much more comfy for me. I thought about a potty in here. I mean, it would be tight quarters, yes. But you can set the potty on top of a stool, which I have outside to get into this place. And you could actually sit on it and go. If you want to squat that low. Yay. I'm getting older. I don't know about all this squatting stuff. So with the teardrop here, I might go ahead and just keep what I call my potty tent, which is actually the green shower tent that, you know, everybody can get off of Amazon. But I just put a camping chair in there and set the potty on it. Call it a day. So it works for me that way. So in a campground, it'll work that way. If I didn't want to ever come out of here because it's, hey, it's too cold, it's raining, I probably would come out of here though, just because it's more, you know, just more comfortable. But I could actually do something in here. Now, the one thing I discovered last night, a discovery, is in the brown 3-drawer thing, that, you know, the wider drawer. I have a, not a laptop, what do you call it? Like a lap thing. You know, like a lap tray. Why are these words not coming? Oh my gosh. But anyway, this little lap tray. I'm usually not this, I think because I was up till 2 in the morning washing all these things. I washed all the sheets, all the blankets, all the pillow. I'm like, I thought it was 11 o'clock at night. Looked at the clock, went, oh my gosh, it's like 2 o'clock in the morning. But at any rate, this one drawer, when I pull the drawer out in front of me, I can actually put this drawer here. So when I pull this out, I actually can go ahead and put a tray that will go across. And again, I'll show you guys that. And then I could sit here and eat inside. So if it were raining and I didn't want to like hang out in the galley area and be like, oh my gosh, it's raining, I'm getting wet, you know, because I mean, the hatch goes up, that protects you to a certain extent. But if you want to be inside Ta-da! Right? So, and then the dog's little bed, I'll have to move it occasionally to get in a drawer, but I mean, it's not so horrible that I can't move it. It's not that big or heavy. So, yeah. So I'm going to go in the house and get my fuzzy wuzzy blankets, the ones that I like, and put them on here. It's rainy today and it's chilly. I'm not doing a test out here. I already know I can sleep in here. I already know how it all works with the Jackery, but I want to get a better heater. I've come across one that is supposed to be a little safer than a Mr. Buddy, because you don't want to put a Mr. Buddy in here. There's not enough room. But there's a different kind that one of the guys, Static Camper, was showing, and it's on Amazon. It costs $149. I mean, it's not super cheap, but it would heat this place up like zippity-doo-dah. And, yeah, you can even hang it because the back of the heater doesn't get hot. So you could actually mount it, which is what he does in his van. And I'm thinking, man, that's like a game changer, right? If you can stay warm. Being cool in here, I don't have problems. Even when it was 85 degrees in California, I wasn't in this all day because, I was out and about. And then when I come back at night, I'd be like, wow, that thing is going to be warm. It was a little bit warm getting into it at night, yeah. But, you have the vent on top, right up there. And you just unwind it, open it up, and the air comes in. So, and then I had a fan on in here, and I was fine. I was perfectly fine. So, but I like to be warm. So if you're a person that wants to be cold, well, you may have to think about, well, I want 2, 3 fans, and, I want a block of ice or something. I don't know. But at any rate, so on Mother's Day, yeah, I'm fixing up my teardrop. What am I going to do? Probably in about, well, we got the recital on June 8th. So, but I want to go probably just before the recital, maybe. Or because I can take a Monday and a Tuesday. And even if I have my granddaughter, she can be with me during the day at the campgrounds. And then, Mommy can either pick her up at the campgrounds or I can take her home. I mean, it's close to where, their apartment is. But I may want to do it before the recital. Because once school lets out, of course, schools might be letting out later on in June. But once the school's out, I don't want to be with a bunch of kids in the campground. So, or even in the fall, because I went in the fall last time in September, and it was lovely. I really liked it. It rained today, and I actually like the sound of the rain, so that's okay with me. Like, I would go sound asleep. And I do sleep better in things like this. Don't ask me why. My SUV, I've revamped that too, so I will show you guys that. But I wanted you to know that I'm working on it, and that's what I'm doing for Mother's Day. So that's how you'll know when this video was shot, because it was on Mother's Day. And it's in the afternoon. I've already had my lunch. My dinner will just be, I don't know, whatever, maybe soup or something. I'm not getting too crazy today with food. I'm more interested in getting this work done so that when I'm ready to go, I can just, like I said, zippity-doo-dah. So that's what the plan is, y'all. And I just wanted to share this with you. Happy Mother's Day to you guys. I had something else on my Facebook. I said, Happy Mother's Day there to you. But in case you didn't see that, you'll see this. So, yeah, Happy Mother's Day to everybody. And just know that if you're a mom, I know it's a tough job. And even if you're a single mom, that's even worse, right? It's harder sometimes, but sometimes even when you're married and if your husband's always gone or something, you feel like a single mom, even though you're not, but you feel like it, So I know it can be difficult at times. And the one thing I wanted to let y'all know is while I'm on here, even if you lost a child like I did, my first one, when I was pregnant, I lost, my first baby. You know what? If that's all that happened and so you never had children again, you're still a mom. Because that child is in heaven and that child is waiting for you. You are still a mom. So don't count yourself out and say, oh, it's Mother's Day. No, you're still a mom. And your kid is up there playing in the best, safest playground ever with Jesus. So, get Jesus in your life and heart. You'll definitely see your child. So I'm telling you, you're a mom. So don't say, oh, it's Mother's Day and this happened to me. No, you're still a mom. your child is just living somewhere else in a very beautiful, beautiful place. I know that's hard because I cry too when I think of it too much. So we won't stay on this topic too long. And then I ran into a lady today that said, oh, it's Mother's Day. And, well, I don't have any children. I just have dogs. So you're a dog mom. Don't they have shirts that say dog mom, hats that say dog mom? You know, you're a dog mom. So you're a mom too, because moms take care of their kids, right? And we take care of our dogs, we take care of our children, we take care of, you know. So, yeah, you're a mom. If you're a cat mom, if you're a bird mom, because you have a bird, you have fish, then you're a fish mom. Or if you have reptiles like we had at one time, thanks to my boys. But it was a nice experience. I liked having the reptiles. I didn't like feeding them, but I liked, you know, having them. So, if you have lizards and, you know, you're a mom to them, or snakes or turtles or fish or whatever, but you're still a mom because you're taking care. Because you know how it goes. You know, the kids say, oh, I want the animal. Yeah, I'll take care of it. You know who ends up taking care of it. So, at any rate, you're still a mom. You're still a mom. You really are. So, again, happy Mother's Day to all the moms and grandmoms, too, because some of us are both moms and grandmoms. I know there's a Grandparents' Day. I get all that, but which, you know, we'll have an extra holiday here for you. So, there's that. Yeah. And I wish you all the best, honestly. So, may the Lord bless you and keep you, and may his face shine upon you. Oh, Lord Jesus, please grant people blessings. They don't know you. Keep knocking at their door, Jesus, till they answer and bring you in their life and their heart. Time is too short and tomorrow's not promised, I know. Just bless those and keep them, protect them, Lord. Show them your mercy, your kindness, please, and your love, your unending love. Thank you. All right, guys, I'm going to get off of here. Just know that, you know, Jesus needs to be in your life and your heart. It's very important. Put him first. Always put him first. And then everything seems to kind of fall into place. And like I always say, it's not a walk in the park and, you know, rainbows, cherries, gumdrops, whatever. But you know what? If you don't have the Lord, who are you going to turn to? When you're alone. Are you really alone then? No, not if he's really with you. No. Sometimes we forget that. Me too. But you're not really alone. All right, guys. I'm going to get off of here. I'm watching my time. It's almost up to 18 minutes. So, and I want to pop this up here for y'all. So, I will finish this, and then I'll do a silent one where I'm not talking, and I'll just kind of pan around, and you can see what happened with the SUV. And the doggy bed will be done, and more blankets will be on, and it'll look cute. All right, so I will talk to you guys later. Love you all. So aloha nui loa, mahalo nui loa. Thank you so much for listening and watching. And, of course, you know, Van Life with Minister Mary, that's where you are. Aloha kea kua. Please go ahead and do that thing. And, of course, subscribe if you haven't. And maybe tell a friend or two and say, hey, you know, if you're just kind of curious as to what it's like, you know, in a teardrop trailer, well, here's the teardrop trailer, and here's the lady that's in there. You know, just kind of let everybody know that, you know, kind of what goes on. And you'll reconfigure things, even if you have something. I know you're going to change it around more than once before you're kind of like, yeah, I really like it. I'm really happy about this setup, though. I thought about it and thought about it and thought about it and thought about it, and I'm like, I got to get to it. And I do like this setup, so it's working really well. All right, guys, so I'm going to get off of here, and blessings to you all. And again, mahalo much for listening. And I will see you in the next video. And if it's not me, I'm going to pan around and you'll see something interesting. All right, I'll see you later. Y'all take care. Love one another as the Lord has loved you. Aloha.